All right, Progressive Auto Insurance, or just Progressive, $279 stock. Let's get in the flow state. It's Monday, you get started, you're a little off. As soon as we get into the flow, we're back. We're so back. Okay, 163 billion market cap, one of the biggest companies in the world, Progressive. Progressive is an insurance holding company. Personal and commercial auto insurance. I'm being sneakily passed some food here and some drink. Thank you. And okay, residential, property insurance, motorcycles, watercraft, and other recreational vehicles. Business-related general liability, okay. Commercial property for small businesses. Workers' comp for transportation industry. And specialty property casualty insurance. So they're basically only a US company, from what I can tell. Personal autos and personal vehicles are 85% of premiums. So Geico's, I guess, their big competitor. It's almost all auto insurance. Second in market share in U.S. private passenger auto insurance? Wow. 240 competitors in that market. The top 15 write $2.5 billion in premium annually. Huh. I'm guessing Geico's number one. Or maybe it's also, no, Geico. State Farm. Damn. Allstate's not too far behind. Allstate commercial scared the shit out of you. They got a whole car crash there. They're like, are you covered? Are you fucking covered right now? God damn it, let me buy the insurance already. I don't even have a car. I'm buying this insurance. Okay, so State Farm is like its own collective. So I guess long term, isn't this like going to be a dying business because of self-driving? Should we just be short Progressive forever? You know what I mean? It's not going to be any accidents anymore. What do you think, chat? Wifey got the nuggies correct. The nugs. Enbrel versus Humaira. That was Pharma Wars from 10, 20 years ago. Those days are long gone. Jake from State Farm is the majority owner. Let's go. I don't know if no accidents is good for insurance because, you know, the premium spread always has to be. I don't know. Within 20 years, I'm not sure we have car accidents anymore. Maybe that's a little optimistic, but even if they drop by 20 or 30%, that's a disaster. These things move faster than you think. You know, I was talking to my girlfriend the other day. Did you know ChatGPT is only 2.5 years old? Think about how crazy it is. I was like, oh, it's got to be, what, 5 years old? She's like, 2.5. I was like, damn. I don't know if they want accidents. Yeah, Ian's got a good point, but I think if the you know, everyone will still be covered. I don't think insurance will go away. What I'm talking about is the marginal accident rate should drop pretty dramatically over time. And that means that insurance profits have to get sort of competed down. People will be willing to gamble for market share by lowering prices because they have more profit. Chris, I mean, these policies are usually pretty short term. So I don't know about that. Once self-driving hits, the permanent profit potential of these companies will be limited, and I think we you know, there might be a future, if you ask Elon, where self-driving is not only safer, but is much cheaper. Use the insurance code PharmaBro when you sign up for State Farm, Allstate, or Progressive. Get 10% off. I always like the idea of having fake advertisements. Like, today's stream is brought to you by Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola's like, what the fuck? We paying this guy? No, I just like Coca-Cola, bro. I'm not sure Waymo won't scale. Yeah, I'd love to look at AbbVie. Okay, this is the closest we're going to get to an income statement here. Wait. Yeah, I wouldn't call this an income statement. Okay, this looks a little more reasonable. Okay. So 71 billion premium revenue. I mean, just think about that drag on the economy. $70 billion just goes back into the economy. It's wasted right now on auto insurance. Think about that unlock. Not really. Okay, so this is net premiums written. I still don't quite understand this build up. This is sort of like an income statement. So it's policy acquisition costs. Okay, this is so confusing. Okay. Future policy benefits. Unearned premiums. Other payables. Fine. Okay, premium revenue. So let's see. 1961, 39, 057, 23, 58. 70, 799. Net investment income. Claims, this is a cost. Amortization. I would actually lump this over here. This is also a cost. Other operating expenses, and this is, I guess, net. Okay, so this is a loss, this is a loss, this is a gain, this is a gain, this is a gain, this is a loss. Yeah, I don't get this at all. Anybody know what to add and subtract to make these numbers add up? Yeah, definitely, Mick. Oh, wait. I almost got it. It still doesn't make sense to me. Well, one way to look at it is the same way you can look at health insurance, which is MLR. So you basically say they spend 31 cents. They keep 31 cents out of the premiums, and they spend 69 cents on accidents. So that's premiums here and claims here. That's the basic idea. So you kind of have 21 billion gross profit after that. Subtract operating costs, you have 12 billion. This is without including interest income, which you should probably include, or unearned premiums, future benefits, or PAC. Get pretty close to the number they have, but it's still not quite adding it up. I'm like 100 million off. But I guess if I look at it my way, that, you know, they have 12 billion-ish in operating profit. Oh, is this some like weird thing that grows every year? Or is this net new premiums written? This is so confusing. Oh, thanks, Stevie. Shouldn't be too hard to figure out. S&P up 1%. You're saying net income's 8 billion. I will say it's fairly straightforward to look at the premium revenue versus kind of operating costs. But like, okay. But this seems like, okay, so the future benefits, I should be subtracting, adding this back and adding this back, but then I'm at break even, and then it's just a float business. Right? So how much cash are they sitting on? If it's a float business, that is roughly a break even. And it's such a cutthroat business. I can imagine that the claims themselves could be break even. They're big on diversity, equity, and inclusion, as they should be. One of the the most important things when you study a business. Okay, there's an annual letter to shareholders. Okay, there is kind of an investment portfolio here, which is around 80 billion, mostly in treasuries. Tiny bit in stocks. It's like 5% stocks. Portfolio is rallying back very nicely. Back to break even. Quantum fading quite strongly. Okay, there's a letter. Oh, wait. This is the appendix to the annual report. Aha! You bastards thought you could hide it. That's kind of what I was doing here. Sort of giving that statutory balance sheet and income statement. All right, so underwriting margin, I would say, is 11 cents, 15 cents on the dollar, which is interesting because that's exactly the same amount as healthcare. And then you have, there are some other operating expenses. I guess it's all in there in underwriting. But there should be some G&A, no? Where's the general? Okay, so I could see the 8 billion in net income. Most of their profits are actually coming from the spread, the underwriting margin. So I don't know how much of this is afloat. $80 billion, how much money can you make on that anyway? Short-term treasuries, they're making 2% on that anyway. So on 80 billion, their yield is actually pretty pitiful, 3.5%. On 8250. So the 8250 they have, and then they have 39,057 they may have to pay, or they will have to pay. They've taken reserves on. So you can argue that they have 41 billion on the balance sheet on the cash side, which is only a little bit more than I modeled anyway. 8 billion net income. One question is, why did premiums grow so much? Okay, there's real cash flow. That makes more sense. Letter to shareholders. Every year when I pick a theme for the annual report, I reflect on what is happening both within Progressive and across the world around us. My strong belief in meliorism. Okay. Aided in choosing the theme empathy. There is solace in knowing that our efforts can have a very positive effect. trying to get my head around why there was so much growth in auto insurance. What do you guys know? Maybe it was share taking. I'm not sure about that. Sile Kumalo? They target a 4% underwriting margin. It's quite a bit higher than that, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so rate increases. Rates kind of went up in general. They're not very explicit. There's a lot of soft, touchy-feely stuff. All right, we're in the black. We're $4. Oh, actually, right now we're up 2 cents. 54 cents. I'll take it. Better than red. S&P up 64 basis points for you home gamers.